so glad that you're having Christmas with us. And we want to say, wherever you are this morning, if it's winter wonderland, then enjoy it. But if it's out there in the desert somewhere on the sand, enjoy it. If it's in China, enjoy it this morning, because we just love to share Christmas with you. All right, I'm going to play a song this morning that you're going to like, and I hope you know the words to it and can sing it along. Recognize that that's great is thy faithfulness. And this morning I'm going to share a more unknown personality for Christmas. We don't much talk about her. We know a lot about Mary and Joseph, and we know about the angels and the shepherds and the wise men. But you know what? We never talk about Anna. And Anna's one of my favorite people, and I wrote about her, and I just want to share with you my version of Mary. Now, actually, of Anna. And actually, maybe I like Anna because that was my mother's name. And you know, my mother always said, never pass up an old person. And I've really found that to be true, and I've always tried to see someone that was older because they have wisdom. And I tell you, Anna had been waiting a long time for Christmas. Okay, now we're going to talk about Anna, but you got to include Simeon in this too. I'm Anna. I live here in the temple of Jerusalem. Oh, these old bones feel especially tired today. I am sore in every joint. It's probably the damp chill of the temple. It is good of the high priest, though, to allow me to pitch my sleeping pallet in the back of this holy place. I guess he knew he might as well tolerate me. I'll be hanging around until I go to paradise. Simeon, though, he's here most of the time. He's just as crazy as I am. It would be so lonely here without Simeon to chant the Torah and talk about the good old days of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I guess I'm too old, though, for Simeon to get any ideas. Too many wrinkles in this old face. It's been a long time since I was a bride. Those 7 years, though, were wonderful. But 4 years of widowhood have taught me to rely on Jehovah for all my needs. Isaiah said my Maker would be my husband, and he has. I've forgotten, when did I eat? I guess I could use a little food to hold these bones together. I think this fast has been long enough. Maybe a little gruel would do my stomach good. I like to get my prayers in before these young'uns start bringing their babies. The line for circumcision was so long yesterday. I got real tired before the day was over. I never get over the thrill of those couples holding their male babies. The Hebrew men have fierce pride in their sons. Simeon looks at me, and I look at him when these young males are circumcised. But we'll know when the Lord's Christ comes through those temple doors because we've been waiting and expecting it. We've been studying those prophecies for many years. The one that boggles my mind is the one that prophet Isaiah said, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son and call his name Emmanuel. It doesn't seem possible that the one we're waiting for should come through a virgin, the son of the highest, born to a man, without the help of a man. But then Anna, you silly woman, can you explain 40 years of pancakes for breakfast for our people in the desert? Or explain why their shoes or clothes didn't wear out? Can you explain the hammer which floated for Elijah, the donkey that talked to Balaam? Come on, Anna, get real. If the Almighty wants to send the Holy One through a virgin, he won't ask you about it. There's probably why I love him so much. He does whatever he pleases him, and it stops the mouths of all those that try to tell him what to do. It's strange how that glimmer of hope that I would see the Lord's Christ before I shuffled off to glory had to keep me going all these years. I know that I know that I know. Simeon knows it too. We have this secret, Simeon and me. The priests make all the ado around here, but me and Simeon, we know something they don't. I try to tell the worshipers about his coming, and they're polite. Who would tell an old woman, you're hallucinating, Anna? Oh, but they'll see. I could hardly sleep last night after digging through the scrolls and reading Isaiah. He would come in the stem of Jesse. I ran to wake up Simeon. He was already awake, reading his candlelight, and he showed me where Micah had said a ruler of Israel would come out of the tribe of Judah. Now, I know his tribe, and we know his ancestors. I couldn't sleep a wink after that. Every time I read something about the Messiah, my heart almost pounds out of my chest. I feel like David. I could run through a troop and leap over a wall. I decided never to do that. I think my behavior would bring a private room in the temple and have bars on it. But I feel just like David. Who will praise the Lord with me? Well, it's a new day on Mount Zion, and I need to open these windows and let some sunshine in, and Simeon has already had his cup of tea. Well, look at the courtyard. A couple's coming for their ceremonial circumstances. Aren't they a picture? That woman looks so radiant. I never got to look that radiant. I can only imagine what motherhood must be. Look, they're standing before Simeon. What's this stirring in my heart? Her name is Mary, the husband is Joseph, and they came from Bethlehem. That child was to be born in Bethlehem. Look, they're writing his tribe in the book. It's Judah, and he's from the lion, the lineage of David. His name is Jesus. Would you look at Simeon? He has the baby in his arms. He's lifted him high and he's speaking. Shh! I hear it with my own ears. Lord, now let us thy servant depart in peace according to thy word, for my eyes have seen the salvation of the Lord. Simeon, Mary, Joseph, they look ethereal. How can Anna ever hold the ecstasy? Listen, you worshipers now gathered. This is the Messiah, the hope of Israel, the Redeemer of the world. Oh, Jehovah God, faithful the covenant keeper, a bright light has shone in our dark world. You have kept your promise to 1,000 generations, and your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. It's you who have caused me to hope, and you kept your word to this old Anna. I might run through a troop and leap over the wall.